So today I'm here to do my top 5 Tuesday video, and today's video theme is going to be my top 5 favourite series enders. So these are conclusions to a series that were awesome, and I can't wait. And to let you guys know, yes, I got a haircut, I got my eyebrows waxed, I had a very good beauty day today. It's different, but I don't know, it's just been curling really weird, so I'm just like, why are you in my face? But you can you see that? It's very different and layered. And yes, I am wearing a dressing gown because I am cold. I'm very cold right now. I don't know why it's so cold today, but I do live in the snow, so that probably helps. But I've got my jumper on and a dressing gown, so that's why I look like this. But you don't care, do you? Because I hope you don't care, but let's get into it. So number 5 on my list is The Conclusion to the Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare. I just think everything was summed up really nicely, and even though it does have the lead on to companion series, this one really did conclude well, and I just like the way that all the characters kind of got everything they needed, and a lot of stuff was tied up really nicely with the plot, and I really enjoyed those aspects, and it was great because, you know, everything's over, like the big events and everything were concluded really well, and everything that was leading up to this big thing, you know, it's just the way you can't really talk about series enders without saying anything, but it just concluded very well. Number 4 on my list is The Conclusion to the Firebird trilogy by Claudia Gray. Again, this one was concluded very well. I liked what happened to all the characters and how it played out, and I do love that it kind of just kept going for a bit and had some really nice elements to it, and I love that it ended in a way that, like, people still want to use the Firebirds. Like, I mean, it's kind of like with the Firebird thing is, like, you can go to different dimensions, and the big question of the whole series is, should we do this? Should this be a thing? But I do like that it's kind of like, even though it's dangerous, people who are good can still do it, and I really like just that thought process of, like, yes, even though this can be bad, it can be good as well, and we're not going to give it up because of that. So that's just something, like, with the Firebirds that I really like, and I just like how the characters ended up, and just the story and the family dynamics, and it was just done well. Number 3 on my list is The Wrath of the Dawn by Renee Ahdieh, and I love how this duology concluded. Like, I mean, everything was going well, everything was happy, and I'm just happy too because this one ended in a really nice way, because it did a couple of years later thingy, and I had a really nice epilogue and it made my heart feel good, and it's good because you kind of like got to see even more of the ending. It made my heart so happy just to see the people that I love happy, so I love it. Number 2 on my list is The Conclusion to the Kiss of Deception series by Mary E. Pearson. I love this trilogy. It's done so well, and reading The Beauty of Darkness, I was shitting myself the whole time, but I love how everything panned out and turned out, and where everyone went, and everyone who did bad got what they deserved, and it's just... And it made me so happy how it did play out, and how the character stories intertwined, and how they live now after all the bad stuff that happened. So it's just, like, I really love a good finale that makes me feel happy about my characters, and I just know that they're okay, they're gonna have great lives, and it just makes me very, very happy. Now, with this list, like, sometimes I write down my lists in advance, and sometimes I make them up on the spot, because it's just like sometimes I have a really big thought and I'm like, I have to do this list this week. But I pre-planned this list, and my number 1 originally was going to be Aquawar, because I hadn't even read it yet, but I felt it was going to be my favourite series ender, and I was disappointed. So it couldn't be number 1 of the best if it disappointed me. So I had to think on my feet to pick one, and I realised that the best series ender comes from the Infernal Devices trilogy by Cassandra Clare. So I'm going Cassandra Clare again here, but literally, this is such a good conclusion because it leaves on an open note, but then you get this beautiful, beautiful epilogue years later that makes me want to cry, and I am so happy that it was made, because I'm just like, yes! This is what I want. This is the kind of shit that you get, because it gave me details on everyone's lives, it gave me details on all the stuff, and I'm just like... it blew me away how much this epilogue gave me, because most of the time books end and then you don't know, are the couple gonna stay together? Are they gonna be happy? Are they gonna have kids? Is this gonna happen? But this book gave it to me, and I just... Not this one, Clockwork Princess, but you know what I mean, this series. And it's definitely my favourite. Like, I think I love this even more than, like, the Lady Midnight, Lord of Shadows thing going on, which is crazy, but... It just gives me all the feels and I love it. I love it so much. So these are all the books with my favourite series enders, and I realise how hard this topic actually would be to talk about because you have to be very vague and not spoil the ending, but still like talk to you guys about the ending, you know what I mean? So it's like pretty much all I can say is it ended well and the characters are happy, and then it's like, that's all I can say. I can't say much. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to find out about the endings of these books, well, read them. And if you've already read them, then you understand. But anyway guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you later. Bye!